Alright, hello everyone, welcome to yet another stream. I know there's been like a bunch of streams recently, and I'm getting kind of hype about it because it's been really nice to get back into it and start showing off a few more games. And geez, the sound on this is like all over the place. Already I'm doing TV production work. This game hasn't even started yet, I'm doing TV production work. Jeez. Alright, game. Let's be nice. Let's be nice on the sound level. There we are. It's like up and down, left and right. There we go. We're gonna stick with that. Hopefully that sounds good. You guys let me know in chat. But as always, I'm Astra Ebonwing, and tonight we are doing a very interesting and very different game. In fact, it's one of my favorites in my library, and the reason I'm pulling it back out is because we have just got a brand new update for this game. Everyone, welcome to Not For Broadcast. This is, in my opinion, the most definitive FMV game ever made, and that's beating Night Trap. That is beating a lot of those old mysteries from like the olden days of, like, you know, the olden days of PC gaming. You don't see a lot of FMV games, nor do you see a lot of good FMV games, to be honest. And this is it. This is easily the best FMV game out there, period. Because it's hilarious, it's really innovative, it's a hell of a lot of fun to play. And the actors are great, the cast is great. Like, I cannot find a fault in this game. At dead of night, for a good FMV game, I'll give it a whirl, yeah. I mean, but does it beat Not For Broadcast? That is the question. That is the ultimate question here, Corgi. Solar, hey dude! Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. A lot of fun playing Among Us with you last night, and getting killed over and over and over and over again. But it was good shit. It was good shit. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what this game is all about. So we're gonna be Dave, I believe. We're going to be going into I forget our lead character's name, it's been a little bit. We're going to be working for a UK television studio, unfortunately as one of their janitors, until something goes horribly wrong. And that is, the current producer quits, gets drunk, and then goes off with a bunch of hookers to an island. That's your kickoff for the game. Our old producer is going to be walking us through this, but luckily I am a producer at heart. I produce video games, but also I've done television production. And I gotta say, this is actually very close to television production in some ways, not in others, obviously. There are, you know, differences they have to make in order to accommodate gameplay. Yeah, horrible for me, pretty rad for the old producer. I mean, hookers in an island. Who just gotta go out and spend all that sick cash, right? But yeah, there's a problem with our production. It's that we've been hired at the same time as a major election has happened, and the Advance party has won. And Advance is pretty much crazy Republicans. So we need to make the determination, as the producer, what do we show on air? How much do we toe the government's line in putting out essentially fake news? Do we follow along in Advance's footsteps? Do we listen to them? Do we cut early? Do we screw things up on purpose and toe the line just to keep ourselves on air? Very much papers, please right there. Just need the blackjack in their set. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. There are a couple other elements which I'll go into with the gameplay. There's sort of like a visual novel element. But the big thing I want to call out to my viewers, for many of you, you guys have seen me play Not For Broadcast before. In fact, we've beaten episode 1 on this channel, and we are about to go to episode 1.5, Lockdown. Unfortunately, we never really got there, and then 2 days ago they updated to episode 2. They have actually done episode 1.5 and 2 while shooting in the pandemic. Crazy. I mean, Lockdown was actually shot in their homes, in all of the cast's homes. And then when they eventually were able to get back to it in the UK, they were able to do very careful shooting for episode 2. So, that being said, they've made a number of improvements. The developers have asked people who have already played the game and beaten episode 1, and I've played episode 1.5 and beaten it on my own. So I've seen all the content, and they actually encouraged us to go back because they changed a lot of shit and they modified things. I already saw the interference band is very different than it used to be. So, with that in mind, let us jump in, kick it off, and you'll get the intro of the very hilarious FMV, Not for Broadcast. So, new game. Our new game is Astra Eden Wing. That's me. So let's see what we got here. See what the new shit is. We're gonna get the kick off with the promotion. Promotion. What could that be? What could that be, guys? Oh, phone's ringing. Look at my husband, he's so sexy.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here.
I'm sorry, we're David. That's Dave. Very different.
Got a bit caught up, so you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now, don't
Let's
worry.
move that affiliate
It's not
goal.
hard,
It's
and I'm gonna
blocking
stay on
the...
the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast
There
room.
we
So
go.
if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Alright, well, we're not doing that already, and I'm just gonna manipulate our affiliate goal so we're not, like, blocking the CC here. Don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be doing that. Alright, we're gonna turn left.
Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left.
Now, all of that is actually 100% true. In fact, it's true for SizeCon as well. Yeah, I actually do have a delayed feed, and I actually do see what's live. There are actually feed buttons on main consoles, as well as my console, where I can flip between the different feeds that I have up, and then finally they will actually appear so I can actually see all of them, and I can throw things to the main screen. The delayed screen is always just a little bit behind, and that's so you know what's coming up, because sometimes you do have to censor, and you do have to time those things, and that is true for live broadcasting. So yeah, everything's on a delay slightly, just so you can manipulate it. So,
These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for
they
you,
updated
so
this.
provided you
Very
haven't
nice.
fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
All right, trip switch.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go
It's
on for
live.
fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
Okay, we're looking under the desk here. We gotta...
Videotapes on the left.
Quick.
They're your adverts.
Who should we play? Should we play Crazy Neil? Should we play Exercise with Ham Sleeves?
Look up to the front again.
What about My Salad Weekly? My Salad Weekly sounds like an excellent offering. How much time? We got 35 seconds. All right, so let's go My Salad Weekly. I'm into it. We're gonna do some Crazy Neil here. Excellent. And of course, let's end with our friend, Alan James. Alan James wants to tell you,
Get the signal,
the government will kill you.
with the vision mixer, and we're ready to go.
Corn and mayonnaise?
All right, we're gonna throw it to Jeremy.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. I should love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you just sit.
5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson. for the
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next thing is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Don't forget to laugh, I know.
And corners the flowered market. Top chat.
All right.
Sports fans everywhere.
So Jeremy's gonna do his intro here. He's gonna chill while he's just fucking doing his thing.
And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie.
Lawrence Blunderclatch.
And, of course, we'll be going live to advance.
Yeah, we're doing good.
To hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right. Button 2 in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate.
That's how you do it.
Next thing is the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Vanishes, i.e., murderously explodes. Yeah, I'm into it.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for advance. The landslide.
We usually get no interference at this time of night, so keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. All you have to do is keep the green wave in the white bit. You can move it up and down using the scroll wheel.
So yeah, that's already very different from what it used to be. It was a shape before. They had to move around different weird shapes. Okay, we're locked out. Everything's good.
Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Pretty good, pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good.
Snatch is running late.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
I thought that was our little secret.
Turn up the broadcast. And we'll turn up live, and we'll turn down broadcast just a little bit.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence
Look at that luscious salad.
Because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to
man.
keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste.
Anyone want
but
that
here's
salad?
3 good
No,
rules of
none of
thumb.
you want that salad. I know you people.
Try and keep the
You don't
show
eat
on whoever is
salads.
doing the talking. 2.
You silly
Don't stay on the
Twitter
same
people.
shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on
Salad.
reaction shots
So
for
lush.
too
Hey, Sharky.
A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay in, mate.
Free! Everything's absolutely free. And all of that is true, by the way. That's actually very true to what you should be doing when you're producing. I've been known to adulterate a perfectly good vat of pulled chicken with spinach and kale. Alright, alright.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shop
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to
Too many
Peter
switches there?
That's
That's a little bit too
Peter
fast.
Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. you'll remember that that was the true.
Oh my god, they are Phasma
The
flashbacks.
love that surpasses all.
Been on that shore a bit long.
Yeah, a little long.
For freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion.
It's always fun to read chat and then keep moving the
It's a
camera.
role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer.
Fast on the trigger there.
Like you.
It's almost like I have experience. You know, might have done this a couple times.
Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering.
Get back to who's
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah. It was a
I
little
suppose
bit
in
rough.
the end,
I
do
broke the
it for
combo.
difference in the end. I do it for the people that I inspire. I do it for the little people. But most of all, I think I do it
Reaction
for
shot
the
in there?
positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always
Bingo.
strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't
Okay,
do
we
it
got
again.
it.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
All right, so that we're out on that scene. But unfortunately, as the game is showing you,
Underclatch is losing
Yeah.
in the studio, but we ain't got time for that now because there's more interference coming in, and this time it's a bit trickier. When you need to adjust the height or the width of the wave, hold down middle mouse.
oh, that's new.
Move the mouse around.
That's new. That never happened before. Oh, that's all new. Oh, look at that. This is different. That's a little bit easier than the shape thing that they used to make you do.
Did it for you, baby.
Oh, no, too much.
Dr. Hemlock.
Oh, God. Why isn't it?
Dr. Hemlock.
Told me.
Oh, there it is.
Listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, she said.
Need to
Oh,
see
this is very different.
Not too late.
Look at this.
It's like you have to like push down the mouse and you're moving around in this direction, but then you're like scrolling up and down. Oops, my bad.
This is the key.
Stop it all.
At the
Yes.
end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
We should.
Got it. Oh no. Two, one, the medicated.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen here is about 2
Yeah,
seconds
I got
behind
the.
the master
I missed a
screen
couple
here.
combos there.
When someone
in
says a
second grade.
naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can
Some
take a
bleep
bit of
things.
practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen.
Yep.
Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. Your set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it
Okay,
down.
we're gonna move back down broadcast because I actually do it by counting. Because I'm used to that because we don't have a nice little thing there that tells us when to bleep it. Unfortunately, I've asked for it a few times.
You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
Had worse.
5, 4, 3.
Let's get fun. Y'all ready for some
Welcome
fun?
back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Oh shit, he's pissed.
Shall I start?
He's drunk as shit.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Nope.
But to be honest, I don't blame Peter. Throughout the
That got
campaign,
out.
we've heard us say that Advance are not a political party.
Jeremy
Party's
just
what you have
throwing
when
his
things are going
face
well.
up.
When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive
Oh, I got him drinking more.
powers to pass the
Oh yeah,
assets and wealth
we gotta
tax.
get that on the shot.
Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort. Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated community.
Yeah, fuck them.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we
I was
have to raise
I wasn't
billions.
intending that, but sure.
You'll see when we've
I'll take it.
reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth
that.
of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country
me.
braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks
Got
like
it.
I've got it now.
Fruity
Thanks for your help,
language.
mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Same old boring politics then.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now?
We need Alex James. That's what I need in my life.
Stupid and asleep. It's about how you were promised the Elysian fields, but you ended up filleting Satan for the salty crumbs. It's happening here. It's happening now. And it's all happening right in front of you. I'm Alan James.
Alan James is one of the country's most controversial columnists and speakers.
And they're going to take your poor sweet grandma, and you're never going to see those dribbling dentures again. Oh, grandma, look at their faces. That's not what cows look like. You call it the stock market. I call it the stuck market, because it's just another pole they've stuck up our collective.
Stocks, guys. Stonks. I want some of the game stonks. Whoa. That's new. That's very nice. Current level of wealth is broke ass poor. Ooh, there's shares now. What? Oh, that's cool. Oh my god, we can actually buy stonks. We can invest in the studio finally. That's dope. Oh, and it even reports how the world is doing. Oh, I see. Like, how's Channel 1 doing? How's Advance? That's cool. Much better. The stonks. Gotta be afraid of stonks.
There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now.
Alright, we're gonna fly through this quick because it just basically shows us.
Click on any one of them and hit load.
As you can see, I played a lot.
Loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
We'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before
So yeah, we can actually like watch what we've done in the past exactly as it was cut, which is cool.
And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting.
So this is what everyone who was watching the program saw.
Party have to say on their historic victory.
Let's back off there.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
So the rushes.
This is the rushes route. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Alright, so now that we've seen these things, like we can actually jump to the advanced acceptance. Actually, they don't really talk very much for that. Let's jump to Blunderclatch, which we know, for example, there was a lot going on behind the scenes. We couldn't hear it because the sound on our main camera was turned off. But we know that something went down. So let's find out what.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
Oh, but this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh no, I think they think he won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. It's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agreed to do 1 BC interview a day. I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin, bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4.
So we can tell that Blunderclatch now is not the person that we thought he was during the interviews, obviously.
What is it then that drives you?
What a tosser. I agree. 100% a tosser, darling.
Rob, get the car. Right.
Alright, so we're gonna go back. Now we're playing the medicated. This is what we couldn't hear before.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
And we're out.
Rob, get the car. We're out of here.
Mr. Blunderclatch.
No! I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation are you people running?
Mr. Blunderclatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
Upset? You don't know the half of it. Rob! I'll be at the Dorset. Send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham. It's in my contract.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. Well, go on then. Say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
See, this is why you're single.
A proper ham contract, right? I agree. And then finally, the adverts. We can actually go through and actually watch all of our adverts that we've unlocked. As the game progresses forward, more adverts are given to us, and I believe with the new update, they added 24 new adverts, actually, so they've been adding a lot of content to this, in addition to all of the behind-the-scenes stuff that you just saw, and all of the actual broadcast, so. And of course, the further we go, the weirder the broadcast gets. The harder it gets. Okay, so now we're in David's life. Oh, wow. Holy shit, they really updated this. Before it was just like a letter. This is much nicer now. All 3D. Like before it was just 2D art. Alright. You arrive home to find posts on the mats. Most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you open it. Ooh. It's a form from the new advanced governments, asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Oh, it's Alex, sorry. Your children, Charles Winston and Susie Winston. Well, you muse. At least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Question 1. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to your new coworkers. Be productive and get to work immediately. Ease yourself in to the new workplace. Or reminisce with friends about old jobs. I think we've done this before. I was asking people, like, what we should pick. I think I'm just gonna run through this now that we have more content. I'm just gonna sort of pick what I want Alex to do. We're gonna be friendly. We're gonna be a nice person. We're a nice person. A colleague. Oh, sorry. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would help your colleague cover up, recommend that your colleague reports it, promise your colleague that you won't tell anyone, or report the violation to your supervisor immediately. Oh, I'm reporting him. Fuck him. Entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time, stay late to ensure you hit your first deadline, leave work early and head to the pub to chat about the changes with colleagues, or leave work early and head home to see your family. Well, I believe, just as we were told, we should all go out and get pissed. I do believe the government told us to do that, did they not? That perhaps we should stay late to ensure we hit the first deadline. It's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family, or washing your hair that day. Nico! What's up? Thank you for following. Good to see you here. My bun. Thanks for hanging out. Where were we? Oh, go free, but you wouldn't mind missing it. Or have been practicing with your coworkers and think that you'll win the talent contest this year. We're going to win the talent contest because I'm a vampire. And I can just manipulate them. It's easy. You've had a long, successful career. Wonderful. And now you're about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have of working there, give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company, focus on the issues and challenges you faced while working there, or just refuse to attend outright. Just had dinner and you're relaxing and chilling? Nice. Well, welcome. We're gonna see a lot of weird shit tonight. A lot of weird shit. Well, all the good memories I have working there, yes. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening or to music or making models, attend political rallies and standing up for what you believe in, encourage and support your children with their hobbies, or play in your local sports ball team. Sports ball. You know what? We're outspoken. We're outspoken, Alex. We're gonna attend some political rallies. Yeah, sure. Your ideal holiday. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of daily grind, exploring somewhere unfamiliar, and discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day out at the theme park, bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. And a romantic getaway with you and your partner to a tropical island paradise. Ah, yes, the welcome mat. Is this the Edgefield house? Oh god, it feels like it. By the way, I'm up for Faz if y'all want to play after this. Like, I'll totally play Faz. At any point. We're going to be surrounded by natural. No, we're wicked. Let's be surrounded. Ooh, it looks like there's some interest here. Now I'm stuck in Astra's voice. Now I'm just gonna be sounding like one of my characters the entire evening. Hello, I'm Astra Ebenwing, fanciful vampire extraordinaire. Yeah, I'm gonna be probably stuck every once in a while doing that. Question 8. It is the most important that the government keeps the people safe, free, happy, or equal. All of them are kind of creepy, except for happy. Actually, no, all of them are creepy. Because you can take any one of those in really awkward directions, but not a political channel. We're gonna say equal. I think that's what I said before. Full isn't on that list. I know, they should keep the people full. That is what people need in here. Pleasant levels of fullness. Also, why is my top thing breaking like constantly? I just fixed this too before we logged on. I'm gonna make this kind of smaller. Maybe that might help. There we go. Full is always the best. I agree, right? Well, thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable, and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. And I signed my name. This does feel like Edgefield. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just driving your favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. But a knock at the window brings you back to reality. There, in the garden, clutching a gaudy, neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers. But I need a favor, and you're the only one I can ask. No problem. What's going on? Or, are you okay? Should I go get Sam? Maybe we should go get Sam. No need to worry, Sam. It's you I came to see. I'll just need 2 minutes. You've heard about the Assets and Wealth Act? I literally work in news, Chris. Or, not really, it must have passed me by. I literally work in news, Chris. Chris's fist bangs on the table. It's total bullshit! They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that type of power. I can't believe that they're actually getting away with it. This is madness. Which is why I need your help. What exactly is it you need? Or, why do I get the feeling I'm not gonna like this? Oh, why do I get the feeling I'm not gonna like this? Chris's eyes seem to be resting comfortably on the floor tiles. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. My passport? What for? Or, my passport? I can't give you that. It's illegal. I can't give you that. It's illegal. Well, they're taking mine and half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look familiar, so... Malakat! Hey, welcome! Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight as we play some Not For Broadcast now, and then Phasmophobia later, so... but Chris is pacing now. This game is great. This game is great! I love it so much. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex. I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Surely there's another way. It can't be that serious. Oh, okay, it's upstairs in the safe. Let me go get it and you can take it. Maybe we'll be nice. Maybe we'll be nice. Oh, it actually changes now for when we move scenes too. That's awesome. Checking out the new content from Update 2, which just came out a little bit ago. So a lot of this is different. You climb the stairs to your bedroom, careful not to wake Sam, who is cocooned in the duvet as usual. You open the wardrobe, unlock the safe, and retrieve the passport. A sleepy voice breaks the silence. Alex? What's going on? Nothing, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, just go back to sleep. Or Chris is downstairs. They're leaving the country and they need my passport to do it. No, Chris is downstairs. Sam sits bolt upright now. That's a bit of an interesting sentence. That's very British. All thoughts of sleep gone. What? They're leaving the country? Are things really that bad? Oh, apparently. But they'll be fine if they can leave. Chris can take my passport and get out. According to Chris, but I'm not so sure. I don't really know if I want to give up my passport. I don't really know if I want to give up my passport. This must be tearing Sam apart. Their family has always been close. You know what I would do, but it's not my passport. I can't ask you to give it up. I can't do it. I'm sorry, sweetie, but I think Chris is overreacting and I could get into some real trouble for it. It's pretty much what I think a normal person would say. You close the safe and head back downstairs to find Chris at the table fidgeting. They jump up as soon as you re-enter the kitchen. So, have you got it? That's interesting, but I closed the safe. I don't have it. I'm a little confused here. Well, they did prompt us to actually try new things here, so let's this confuses me a little bit. I just want to see what happens and see what goes through. Oh, it actually does give him the passport, yeah. Oh, thanks, I really appreciate this. I'll be back in touch once I'm safely out of the country. Chris takes on the passport and, breathing a sigh of relief, grabs the nigh on fluorescent suitcase and heads out into the night. You head to bed, hoping that you can pry some of the duvet away from Sam without waking them. Nice. I've also noticed the names are, all the pronouns are switched to they, I think. I think they were he before. Because it was implied, obviously, through the desk that Alex is gay, but... Very interesting. Ever since you made advances on me. I don't know anything about advances, darling. Why would I know anything about any of that? Oh, God, it's the tosser again. Okay, everyone. Stiff up a lip, stiff up a lip. Let's talk to him and see if he's doing anything normal for once. Fuck. Dave. Asshole. Shut up, Dave. Lochman's gone.
You
Lochman's
need to
gone.
get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
I'm trying. Hey, hey, hey.
Right, let's load up the adverts.
It's on the fan. We don't need that fan.
Have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have
I need to play my favorite one. I must. I can't stop myself. I play it every time.
Right, you can see they've finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode.
Advance, go get us.
Always come at the start. It's really simple.
Alan James is coming to a medium-sized hall near you.
You can see they now have a
Crazy Neil's Festive Yuletide Ornament Spectacular! Ooh. An elegant new skin cream with a porky twist. Mmm. Mmm. Porky twist. Actually, do we want Alan James or do we want Juice de Couchon? Porky? Do we want Porky or do we want Alan James is coming to a medium-sized hall near you? Juice. Okay, Porky. I think we're getting Porky. How many lives do we want to fuck up today, chat? Do we want to destroy some lives? Because I'm ready to destroy some lives if we want.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice.
Everyone. We're destroying every life, okay? A hole, huh? Just gotta stick it in the hole.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Damn hold.
Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge.
Alright, we will pick every bad photo, as promised, to you, my chat.
With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises.
I think I will cause problems on purpose.
Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington
Oh,
as their new CEO.
Check out this CEO.
Taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington's appointment is a risk for the giant mega corporation. Sophia, as our regular viewers will be aware, has always been a wild child and has been romantically linked to several movie stars and sports personalities. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snuggleheart. Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash, intrepid scientist Dr. David Ward and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered...
We're exploring Dante's taint today, darlings.
But thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater
It's hot.
technology, the pair hope to
And filled with traitors and worse things.
and the undiscovered plant species it contains. Many were surprised that the two scientists who've shared a fractious rivalry for many years decided to undertake this.
I'm charging up my punch.
The two have released a joint statement in which they opine geniuses don't have to like each other to achieve remarkable
Time until ads.
playing the field. Does sporting legend
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Hamsley Slap-thieving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports
Personality of the Year. Let's go to him.
And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much.
It's like, I need rainbow. I need just a lot of rainbow.
And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around
I think this is the bad
to talk
one.
with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective, with more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight. Are
Yeah,
we
this is the
using
bad one.
Advanced
Yeah.
sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, and mega
Controversial.
young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be
Oh wow, you can actually change the desk angle now.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Got it. And we are interfering again. And it's spicy now. This is all new. This is making you look away. time it. Got it. Oh, Alan James is here.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption. You could excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't...
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy. When they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier, and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy,
Said
is that
bad
these
words.
insane
Oh.
people... Maybe they've
How did that-
rebranded,
oh.
but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
That's based on the facts. Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services,
forgot how much I love this game.
They're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals, they're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating...
Boom, we got it.
Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
Okay,
1 minute
we're on time.
back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
Shut the fuck up.
How's it going actually? Fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune though. Alright, mate, see you later. Bye.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
Huh, huh.
Building the nation's future has never been so rewarding. With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your
Yeah, that is 100% grooming.
on the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than moving forward.
Oh my goodness.
The Advanced Go-Getters. Forwards.
Together.
5, 4, 3.
Here we go.
Welcome back. In our second segment, welcome. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law. Advance have already tasked what they are calling.
I love this segment.
To move this serious social problem. Tonight, we go behind the headlines. Tonight, we go behind the headlines. Justice to meet the people who every day of justice system. First up, we have Gregory Judge. First up, who sees the problems close up. A lawyer who sees the problems close up. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Put down broadcast.
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problems. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level, Jeremy.
I'm leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. Oh, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs
this is much harder.
of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. John.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there.
Oops.
Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. I'm Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture
Pushed 2
and lost
instead of
touch
3.
with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimps escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? Dang, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box.
Back in your box, Clive.
Little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the matches.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You've got trapped in your hip space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this... hold on just a moment.
Oh my god.
Clive, I am not having this again.
Miss Caneo, welcome. You came at a great time.
Moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there. Really locking down the police's position on morality for us. Hopefully uninterrupted. It's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson.
This is not for broadcast. It is the best simulator of a TV studio you'll ever see.
He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
Hey!
Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony.
Hey!
Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization.
Come on, guys. I need it every time. I need to see it in chat.
Quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony.
Hey!
Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
tit wank Tony.
Hey!
I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, little Chris,
Oi, oi.
and Vampire Chris.
I'm a big fan of Vampire Chris.
One sec, love. Tit wank Tony's on the news.
Hey!
Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
Hey! Hey!
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, Las Bolitas!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes? Tony? Tony, I mean, we were literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought, though. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious...
I tried it for flooding my church, I'm sorry.
After the break, Megan will be...
Alright, see you later, Nico.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
Oh, oh.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip, when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go up in a bit.
That's right, little one. You don't want to be left out.
I'm certain that's absolutely fine.
Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now, selling out fast.
Welcome to Black, I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. I'm joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher. Maths is really important. Oh, thanks, Steve. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I
believed.
just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a certain
They touch them right back, everyone.
There's really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy to people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Put it in code. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run.
Guy on the right
Ready?
is
I can't wait to
perhaps
see it.
the best. Wait until you see the musical number.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about
What was that for?
2 days ago. A letter from
Oh, we're doing the
arrived at the school.
interview.
Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course.
Maths.
She's a paraplegic mainly, but
She's a paraplegic mainly.
back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of, hey, friendship.
Alright. Here we go.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone, dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Father!
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject.
Maths.
So important.
Maths is for losers. What? Maths is for losers. My arm's stuck, coach. Just keep going, for fuck's sake. Right. Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean, not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach. Brilliant, keep going. Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew laps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Oh, switch too much.
Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner, woman?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
Go.
Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
Oh, I hit the wrong camera.
It's your choice.
That's 4.
It's my
There we go.
choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Come on.
Friendship!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News.
Thankful.
Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
And there you go. So that is number 2 of Not For Broadcast. Let's do one more, and then unless Jack and Sunny, or let's see, how long have we been doing this? You guys want to do one more of this, or you guys want to do Phasmophobia? I'll let the chat decide. You get to choose where we're going right now. So if we play Phas, we're gonna get some Jack and Sunny. We're hanging out in chat. Ooh, oh hi. Maybe we can get a Richter. Maybe we can get a Richter in for some Phas. Corgi says another. Let's see, we got 1 vote for another. NFB is the best though, I gotta say. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. We're still broke ass poor, unfortunately. Damn. Hey, Coral! Throwing the bouquet, alright. I'm curious as to how much pain awaits me here. I've eaten a lot. Phasmophobia's not that bad. So Advanced did lose some standing, obviously, and Channel 1 gained some standing. So, go us! I want to see Penner suffer, so more ofs. Alright, well let's move forward then. By the way, thanks to everyone for coming tonight and hanging out. Oh, the stonks are down. Fuck. I hope you guys are all enjoying this. This is one of my favorites. It's just nice to be back and streaming. Ooh. You get to the theater slightly early, and Sam's already there waiting, dressed to the nines. You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private box. You could certainly get used to this. The tickets arrived on your doormat on Monday, with a typed thank you from Chris. You'll get your passport back soon enough, apparently. The show isn't to your usual tastes, a pretentious opera in a language you don't know. For a fact, Chris doesn't speak either. Still, the complimentary drinks go down smooth. I know, the single teardrop. When the show finally ends, how many bows do these people need? You stand in line to get your coats, and Sam has you increases with a hilarious impression of the conductor, arms flailing wildly. The couple in front of you who are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bills. It sounds awful. Sam smiles gratefully at you as you both think of Chris, safe and sound. When you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home, and there's a note on the kitchen table in almost illegible scrawl. It says he's at a friend's house? Well, it's a school night, and you should go over there and march him home, or, well, you trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. I trust my kid. My kid's a good kid, right? Like, why would my kid, of all kids, be a bad kid? I'm a mother. I understand. I've only done this a few thousand times before, but it's fine. I'm Sir. Honestly, after the first 100, you get kind of... you stop caring. It's one night. He's gotta start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometimes. What's the worst that could happen? A call from school. Your family answering machine crackles to life. We won't be calling while you and your spouse were at work. First kid gets the rules. After that, can't imagine trusting anyone named Charlie though. That's fair. Oh, his name is Charles. Good afternoon. This is a message for the Winston family. It's Miss Smith calling regarding your son Charles. The tinny old woman goes on. I have to be old. I'm sure there was a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he wasn't in school today, and we hadn't heard from you that he would be absent. I'd like to remind you that we do require all absences to be authorized in advance or, in exceptional circumstances, for parents to bring the first thing in the morning. Please see to it that doesn't happen again. Thank you. Goodbye. Someone has explaining to do. A gentle reminder. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal advance logo on the top of the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, this is your second reminder letter regarding the Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Please submit your passports to your nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register for the scheme. You cannot receive your share of the national rebate without submitting those documents. You knew there would be consequences, but that doesn't make it any easier. We work as a team, and we are rewarded as a team. Forwards, together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Chris is safe, that's all that matters. You hope. Now, things are getting a little complicated up in TV land here. Don't have a lot of money, unfortunately, for the Christmas this year. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You always did have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now. Your dad's place. Across from you is Chris's empty seat. Probably on a tropical beach somewhere, you think. You catch Sam's eye, who breaks into a smile, clearly thinking the same thing. Even without Chris, the food had to be stretched a little thinner this year, but no one seems to notice. Christmas really can be a wonderful time of year. You look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Or you stay silent, or you make a toast. Yeah, it gets, for as funny as it is, it gets really serious. Like, it actually does come down on you. Like, it's interesting because it takes you up real high for the gameplay session, then it brings you right back down for the decision making. Merry Crimbo. Let's make a toast. Hell yeah. You stand and raise your glass. A Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad that we're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? Oh, you raise a questioning eyebrow. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. Well, you know, me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year. I was hoping you would help with the money. You laugh. You frown. I frown. You sigh, and Susie's face drops immediately. You know, money's tight at the moment, Suze. Oh, sorry. You know, money's tight at the moment, Suze. Especially now that Grandma's staying here. You hate having to say no to the kids. Just how much are we talking here? Only a few hundred, she mumbles as she pushes a stray pea around her plate. It takes great effort for you not to spit your mulled wine across the table onto your elderly mother. I know it's a lot, darling, Sam interjects, but trains are expensive. This could be a great opportunity for her, and I did already say she could go. Either I'm sorry, that's money we just don't have, or you're right, we'll make it work somehow. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna try. And be good parents. Susie's grin stretches from ear to ear. You mean it? That's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The mood soars as Sam puts on a paper hat on your head and Charlie takes pleasure in reading everyone's god-awful cracker jokes. The room is filled with voices and laughter. Looking around at your grinning family, your mother whispers, your father would be so pleased. You dab your eye with a napkin. You feel very lucky. Current wealth, broke ass poor. Oh shit. Still broke ass poor. Oh no, what is money? Woo! Why does the zip on this damn case never close? House looks a little worse. It's your anniversary. Every year, you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally, some old time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work. Just a bit of romance with some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle, and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you'll be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 p.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance, and then to fury. What are you gonna tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the back. Ignore the message. You need this weekend, or apologize profusely to your spouse, but you should really go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Well, we have to go into work, unfortunately, I think, because we're broke-ass poor. You sigh heavily. You're going to work, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. I get it. Your family has always been your priority, but sometime work has to come first. You should go. Sam pulls you close and holds you tight. A wave of gratitude washes over you, and you unpack in disappointed silence. Well, gotta get the overtime. Luckily, Sam understands, though. Permission slip. Your son, Charlie, hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. forwards, together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hands. So I can walk there straight from school, and then Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything! You signed a permission slip for your son to join the Advanced Go-Getters, or you refused to sign the form for your son? Ooh, are we gonna put our kid into the government program? Normally, see, here's the thing. When I play this game, I normally go very hard advanced because I'm a jerk. And then I just go max wealth, lose the family, and just mute myself, but because it's funny. No. People are saying no, pyramid scheme. Are we refusing to have our son join such an awful, awful group? We got the cross out too. Alright. I refuse to sign the form for my son. Sorry, mate. I just don't think this is the right place for you. You hand back the form gently. What? This is so unfair! Why? I know it seems that way, Charlie, but you'll understand soon enough. Because we're all gonna get wicked pissed, mate! After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo, with urgent respond immediately, plastered on the front in a correspondingly red urgent fashion, grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step forward in our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country. The Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. This is new, too. The stock system is new. I'm very excited to check this out. But I don't remember this being in the manifesto. And also wasn't in the first iteration of the game. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for a consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. Everyone, diamond hands. Diamond hands, everyone, please. We're riding this rocket to the moon. And I can see there is only one choice we have here, and I believe this entire chat will agree. We can either choose Eye of the Beholder, which is kind of Illuminati, but it's cosmetics, mildly creepy. Neil's Deals Limited, it's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Or Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel, or even some new time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. Well, I think there's one choice now, isn't there? What is this EOB bullshit? What? Who are you people? Who are you people? Like, half of you are from Size Twitter, the other half are my friends. But, like... What? It's Pleasure Corp! Thank you. At least there's one move. Alright, well, we got a lot of people all over the place here. I'm both. I'm a Fred-headed inflationist. Yay. I think I could talk about that here. Honestly, if this game isn't offensive to Twitch, which it's not, I think I can say inflationist. Let's see here. Cosmetics and conspiracy. I mean, cosmetics and conspiracy sounds really cool. Neil's Deals, Crazy Neil, okay, well, we'll do EOB because people seem interested in EOB. Thank you for making a selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You'll be receiving a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. It seems even advanced can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. That's true. That's true. I mean, cosmetics and clothing. I get you. I get you, girl. I spend enough on it. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards. Together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clemens. Just how much influence could you have? Oh. Come on. Oh. Wait. Oh. Well, we're up to only crippling debt. That's good. Teenage rebellion. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams the door and you wince, hoping the door wouldn't come off of its hinges. You don't say anything. Now is not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. The police officer asks you to wait. Ka-ching! You still have your thumbs? Yeah. Alright. I got the diamond hands. I got the diamond hands. We're gonna go stonks. We're gonna ride this to the moon. $ EOB. Gotta get those tendies. Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. Oh, it's our daughter. Oh, that's not bad yet. I guess not. Well, we're up. We're up. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up for graffiti again, we will have to charge her. You nod and apologize on Susie's behalf as Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. Keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. I did do right for her. But that boy is bad news. I can trust Charlie. He's got a trustable face. In the car, you attempt to broach the subject with Susie, but Susie refuses to say a word. After a while, you give up your questions about who this boy might just be, and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. The stillness in the bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also wide awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Neither of you are going to sleep tonight. Realism mode hides all the helpful info for that stress-induced heart attack feeling. I love stress-induced heart attacks. I get them all the time in Phasmophobia. Well, round 3. Let's go, fam. It does load slower in this version. How's everyone doing though? Is it a happy chat? Are we doing the funs? Ooh, Tempest. The Tempest. Nope. Well, hello.
Good evening, Alex. It's
Bozeman here.
Your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it.
Pretty shitty.
Free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully.
Gotta play the advanced tape this time, unfortunately, so we'll just... Oh.
Right, that's the lot. Have a great show.
Alright, well, we have the Joy of Screws. Subscribe weekly to enjoy this delightfully twisty experience. Check your prostate. No, we gotta check our prostate. And you know what? The Joy of Screws.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary
Just got my kids to bed sitting in the dark with my old cat. Aww.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody.
Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks.
Going in 5, 4.
Starting with Jeremy, I believe.
3.
Good evening.
We have Megan.
I'm Jeremy
bumped up now from Culture.
I'm Megan Wolf.
Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers
There
Julia
we go.
Salisbury and Peter Clement.
Are we ruining lives again, or are we being nice?
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity
Oh, there's an EOB ad?
or an act of frustration by a tiny disorganized
Shit, there
group
is.
of those who will never, under any circumstances, be content.
A house divided. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, embittered doctors Ingrid Sforsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering two possible options to end the growing tension.
Operation Arms Race.
Into two opposing camps on day 4 of the expedition.
We're making this worse. Oh,
And
wait.
their leaders have only worsened.
Dr. Wong's team have successfully prototyped
Tori screws us out.
calling Shanghai
Juste Couchon is
while
in.
Dr. Sforsborg and Horgensvoord
Good catch.
claims to have fashioned a deadly toxin for the tips of her group's spears. I certainly wouldn't want to knock over their test tubes, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman
Oh, shit.
Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, they've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the
Who has
rest of
switched
it
these
too.
two?
And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering
Okay,
how
that makes me
desperate
feel
the
better now.
formerly rich are to regain their power.
Fallen Angel.
Did you know that the tortoise shell is a calico mutation?
Seems
Wait,
to
what?
have reached a new
No.
low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope
We're not
that
gonna.
the team at the
We're not gonna
Touches
put the.
Rehabilitation
Nah, I'm not
Centre
doing that. I'm not
will
making
get
gay
back to
people
his
look
former
bad. Why would I do
Johnny's
that?
family have asked for privacy during
I'm not
this
an
interview.
asshole.
We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
And radical ideas. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a surprising new project that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold
Oh, we're doing
strategies, could the
moves.
adventurous CEO be leading the business giant down
Time
the
to
dark
sin.
path, or taking
My
it to
wife
a
was
new
the
level of
red cat
success?
fancy growing up.
We understand the Mobile
Nice.
Orientation Operational Burrowing Service will be a new international travel system based around the construction of a major tunnel through the centre of the Earth. Sophia Rimington
Everyone
claims
wants
it will make
moves.
travelling from one side of the world to the other a matter of an
Lady.
Geologists are concerned about the implications of digging a hole through the planet.
Yeah, we're ruining people's
Frontena's
lives. We're
claim
just
it should
not
be
being
quite
assholes about it.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview
Not
coming up
awful.
later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board Final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Boom. New intro. Right. Where's this supposed to? Oh my god. Please lock me.
First
Dick.
tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview
Damn
with
it.
one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock.
That's
like
much
so
harder
many of
now.
those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy.
Oh yeah, Mr.
Tonight, he
Snugglehugs
talks
might have ruined some lives here.
Before we go to the interview,
There are branching paths throughout this game too, so you'll see all of, yeah, like
for
this.
any part we may have played in the tragedy.
Totally did.
We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy.
Okay.
Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're very lucky we're spending any time with you at all. Not what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. It wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
That sets them to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy.
Oh my god.
Can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes.
He
That'll be
smelled
fur.
like love.
Scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cats, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. and then it's the General Air 41.
And is that when he burst into flames? And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
At night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds... Do you have nightmares?
Getting these good reaction shots in here.
Timmy?
Coming in here with your camera, trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think it would be what we can call normal again?
And now, you made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on,
I'm hungry, Mr. Tadlock. So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims
Okay, we're locked.
of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation. Back to you.
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs consumers should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Gotta go pee.
She's very good.
Who?
Megan.
Yes, she is.
My name's Helena Canterbury Boatshoe, and I'm 40.
There's the EOB for y'all. Y'all wanted it.
Like the medicated. Me and my
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt
Who's ready for
content
some
actually
naked
pulls the
fannies?
dihydrogen monoxide right from
Fleshy
your pores
bits.
to give you the crisp,
Bad
brittle skin
flesh.
you've come to expect.
So we have to play advanced next, right?
41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes. And 7 out of 10.
Jenny, there's something wrong with your auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. If they don't fix this.
Want to see us frying? Good for the
I
ratings.
don't know who we're opening on. I think it's Jeremy.
3.
Welcome back to
Nope.
the National Nightly News.
Just do that.
Coming
Be
up
safe.
later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities
I'll turn
and
that
transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final.
He barely got in on that.
It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move the year, Orangy Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce.
Best sports ever.
Finger now, Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time.
Alright, we gotta watch for naked. We have to try and be on the ball.
What about shot there from Harris? Back to Striker. For shot number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing under her legs. Not bad if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change it. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense.
Of course. Why not?
Striker giving it large. Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch.
Oh jeez, going towards Harris. Oh god.
Trying to ignore all of that security. I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast anything.
Oh god.
They're trying to carry on play, but it's probably difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite nice, and women's bodies. Yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever.
All right, tight plays, yep.
Harris. And was that the fetid thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, I've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington's Fist.
Where's the halftime show?
Must be some music here to start.
Ah, here we go.
Okay, another posh protest to loose on the court here.
Nope.
We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to
Okay, he's
see.
on 3.
And ruining
Go
what was
back.
shaping up to be quite a dance, to be fair.
Yeah.
Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on
You're
it.
doing a good job here.
Knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now.
Oh god.
Genitals flying around for us.
Oh. This is an interesting. Oh god.
And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Titties.
And And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies.
I'm all right.
Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Just not going in the bucket. Everyone knows that. It's easy.
And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. Here we go.
Here he goes, Harris coming up. It's a big play. Oh man, I edged my seat.
That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
Absolutely clever. Absolutely clever,
That's
yes.
a little contact. Caution from the referee.
Ooh, caution.
If you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like...
Oh, God!
I mean, there's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much you can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match.
Got it.
Yes, yes. We want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Oof. Trying to keep it on the match, but it is.
It's an absolute bloody.
All
okay,
right.
and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round.
Ooh,
believe it.
Tuesday.
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high level play here from 2 pounds.
Very high level. Honestly, I want to see Harris pick it up a bit more. Striker's definitely on top, but Harris has the style.
She's juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on, from Striker. She's in it to win it. On it, like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris! Unfortunately, what a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face?
You know,
Just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
I was really excited. Can't believe it. Striker again.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is
What?
everyone!
Yes! This is what I wanted. It's no one sees the everyone play. Oh shit. Ow. Shit. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. It's fine.
I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I always have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
when we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone.
Oh,
Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm
All right, my hands are fine. Don't worry, it's fine.
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
So sorry about all these buckets. We seem to have sprung a leak.
God.
Well,
Advance is here.
You're gonna need a whole new lining up there. Triple single.
We'll look into
Just try and figure out
So good to see you again.
where to be.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
Man, well, that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right, you
16.
are, pet. Did you see that?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Ah. Hence the advance ad.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know,
Can't go to 4.
People who have yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some piss-outs
Two
who
prime ministers, yeah.
know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people.
Because why
Find out what
not?
they're angry about and
They're
how we
sharing
can help.
power.
The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on
Ah, fuck!
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement
Oof,
to make.
oof.
They were being
Made that just in time.
surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What's
Fuck!
I mean, really scares you?
Okay.
It's death, pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you
Golly,
saying
Billy,
that
why'd your mom let you have
advanced death?
2 prime ministers?
Yeah, that was definitely a job there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera,
Oh,
pet?
sorry, it's camera 4 right there.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see
Get the
him.
reaction in there.
Frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me,
Can't go off 4 yet.
he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I live.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
Oh, it was awful. Awful for us. And this is the point. It were awful for him.
You mean like having your control board blow you out of your boots? I feel like that right now. My heart's okay though. A little quick.
To turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The
The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
What?
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So, even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline. Into an
This microphone package has given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Are we still on the air, Peter?
Yes. Sorry. My apologies.
Are you not worried that this system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry. I've got sapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Jesus, I lost your face, fucker! That one was massive! Right, no, this bastard's coming off!
Sorry.
Ah, fuck.
The older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of following my grandmother with a rusty twat like
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Too long. Losing things.
Go get yourself sorted out.
I'm certain it will be fine.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breath.
Ow.
It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office in years.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here.
Oh, God.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board Final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
Good job, everybody.
So they just...
The same, sir.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's for my nephews. We transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
So that is, of course, episode 1 of Not for Broadcast. I think that's fucking awesome. God. We might have had a heart attack. It's fine. I'm certain we're okay. And nothing will ever go wrong. Hey, maybe we're out of crippling. Hey, broke ass poor. I remember this. My shares are up, oh, gotta say. Advance is up, resistance is down, but channel 1 is still beloved. That's all that matters. Alright, well, let us transition next. If you guys, Tiger, Korg, you guys still in for Faz? Maybe some Coral or Richter? Y'all want to do some Faz? I see a lot of people here. Let's get some spoop hunting, and then we'll end it out on that. Here for Faz. Alright. Well then, I will transition us over to Phasmophobia, but I hope you guys enjoyed Not for Broadcast. Take a break, go pee a little bit, or get a drink, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you then.